Saying, wait for this shit. All right, we live, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right off the top, I got some shit to say right off the top rope, bro. No bullshit. So look,
He, Jack said, "I got something to say."
yeah. So look, man. It's February 20th, 2024. We got 8 days left in Black History Month, if I'm not mistaken, or is it nine? Because I think it's a leap year, right?
Ye- wait, let me look at the calendar.
Yeah. Let's pull up the calendar here. Let's see.
The one time the calendar isn't already ready to go. There we
Right,
go.
right.
Okay,
How
there
many
it goes.
days?
29.
All right, we got 9 days left in Black History Month, man. And I got this is some shit that I got to say right here, man.
Oh,
Um, and I talked about this last year, and I think this is gonna be a recurring theme. But when did we get to this point, man? Like, when did we get to this point where things are now coded and accepted as like a peripheral to Black culture? I don't understand that. I don't understand it, and I'm struggling to find the patience for it as well. Hold up, my bad. Hitting buttons and shit.
mhm.
I'm struggling to find the patience for it because the part of it that I don't understand is it's one thing to have an appreciation for something. I'm not gonna knock anybody's hobbies. I'm not gonna knock anything that anybody is into. That's not my argument. That's not my argument. It's not my place to police or gatekeep what somebody is into as far as how they consume entertainment and what they like. The issue that I have is when there are products, entertainment properties, characters, etc., things that were clearly not created for a Black audience. Clearly not
Mhm.
created for a Black audience or by creators who are in tune with this culture that we occupy currently as African Americans in the United States. So what I'm not understanding is the revisionist history of the generation that might be succeeding our generation as accepting things that we clearly know are not a part of Black culture as being a part of Black culture. And what I want to get an understanding of is why.
Okay, is this why I come in, bro?
I got a lot more to say, but you know what I mean. If you got
Uh,
something to add, go ahead, Lisa.
I do. You are talking about Gen Z when you say that, right?
Hey, listen, whatever.
I
Hey,
mean,
if
I
you
mean,
think
but like specifically, you said the ones preceding us, so I assume
sure,
mostly them, but other
sure.
people as well. Oh shit, man! Not knowing our own culture enough, not like really knowing our own culture enough, and us maybe not us, but our parents not. Maybe it's not being transparent enough with each other. I don't know, man. Cause we're what two generations in now where we've kind of been able to be in other cultures without the stigma. I would say, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the idea that we don't have to be always pro black, or black isn't a specific thing that we think it is. Like that argument you made about Kanye West a while about him and how rappers didn't take to him because he wasn't like hard or like into typical black stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say we're like two cultures removed, or generations removed from that now, where you have
Okay.
people who are into non-original black things, and
Okay.
maybe they've been divorced long enough that they don't really quite know it or understand it entirely.
Okay. That's
That's
fair.
that's what
That's
I'm gonna go with.
all right. All right. And I'll say that's fair. That's fair. That's a strike. We'll call that right over the plate. Right. The other part of it is this. This is the concern that I have here, and I think that this is the part of it that pisses me off in terms of certain things here. Okay, for every time, this is where I think some of us have to be careful, right? for every time somebody puts together a meme, every time somebody goes into Photoshop or AI and they put the image of Dr. King with 360 waves and an earbud in his ear, every time you see a meme related to some of these insider references that we as African Americans, black people in this country have, every time that you open the curtain, every time you kind of, I'm not going to say expose, but every time you display things that are insider references to us, there's somebody on the other end of it that's not from this culture that is taking note of that. There's somebody on the other end of that that takes us joking about our culture as a level of comfort. It's something that they're allowed to engage in as well. Eventually, it gets to the point where we get what we get now. I'm not, again, I don't want to be the old guy yelling into the internet. I really don't want to do that. I swear, D. Smith, I do not want to do that. I did that last year on this channel when it came to motherfuckers talking about Toonami as being a part of Black History Month.
Right.
But the issue that I'm having here is we need to stop making things honorary black. There's no such thing as honorary. There's no honorary in black culture. It doesn't work that way. To me, it doesn't work that way. And I hope that I'm not saying something that's controversial by giving my opinion on that. But we got to stop this shit here, bro. The Ninja Turtles are not black. Sonic the Hedgehog is not a black character. You know what I'm saying?
But he runs fast like a nigga.
Listen, man. All of these things that you want, it's one thing. It is perfectly fine to accept a piece of entertainment without making it, without coding it, without seasoning it, without sprinkling some of your projective feelings on a character. It is perfectly fine for you to do that. All right. I don't want to get controversial. I don't understand this. I hope that it's not controversial for me to say that Piccolo and the Namex from Namek are not black. I hope that's not controversial. I really hope that it's not. I'm not saying that from a place of being mad at Dragon Ball Z, dog. I love Dragon Ball Z, but Piccolo ain't fucking black. He's green. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? If you want to take it one further, Mr. Popo on Dragon Ball Z was black, but what did he look like? He looked like the Japanese at the time would have based an animation of a black person off of from American animation. So what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to be the old guy yelling into the internet because I want to try to approach this topic from a standpoint of somewhat objective, but it's hard not to get passionate about it because we got to stop playing with our culture like that. We got to stop allowing other people to play with our culture like that, because what ends up happening is you accept certain things on this end of it, and then somewhere down the road, your acceptance of that mutates into something completely different that becomes so far removed from what the culture actually is. And then when you agree with it, by that point, you can't complain about it no more. So, you know, there's more that I want to say about it. I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean?